So I'm getting ready for a 4-day, 3-night backpacking trip. And since I make the hammocks and everything to try to help people get out there and enjoy life out in the woods and everything, I figured I'd kind of show if somebody's new and wanting to get out and do bigger trips and stuff, get away from car camping and do backpacking and stuff. Figured I'd show what I taken for food on this trip. So normally I would take my Foster's pot and cat can stove for backpacking because it's a lot lighter, and I got the alcohol and stuff in here, and with a little rag around it to keep it from rattling around. Normally I would take that because it doesn't weigh anything, but when I started planning this trip about a month ago, the end of December, I thought it would be really cold, and sometimes alcohol stoves can be kind of finicky in the cold. So I decided I was going to take my MSR Whisper Light, and with this stove, of course, it takes up a lot more room, and then the fuel bottle, is a lot heavier and everything, and that takes up more room too. But it's not going to be as cold and everything, but I was already planning on taking it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this. It'll be extra weight, but I can deal with it. Mountain House meals. I might take one of these. I'm not sure. I've done some trips with nothing but Mountain House meals, and man, first of all, it can get pretty expensive because they're from like $8 to $12 or more a piece, and you multiply that by 3 times a day, and then however many days you're going, like in this case 4 days. I mean, that could get really expensive, and they take up a lot of room also, and they've got quite a bit of weight to them. I have seen one video, thought it was a pretty good tip. The guy emptied out all of his meals, all the food in here, into Ziploc bags, so it took up less room and it was less weight. And he just took one of these bags, because what you do is you boil the water. It's got a Ziploc top in there. Boil the water, pour it in there, zip it up, let it set for 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's cooked. It's rehydrated and everything ready to go. So he just took one of these packages and he cleaned it out and reused it for every meal. I'm not willing to do that. I don't want all the cleanup time and all that kind of stuff, but it was a good tip if you're willing to do that. You can save some room. So I don't know if I'm going to take any of these, but what I'm doing is I'll eat breakfast at home the first day, and then for lunch I got some tortillas, this flatbread stuff. I'm going to make some burritos with it. And what I'll do, one thing I'm going to do is I got some peanut butter here, and the nice thing about this is if you have a jar, then that jar, even if it's empty, it's going to take up the same amount of room in your pack, but this will get, as you squeeze it out, it'll get lighter and take up less room as the trip goes on. So I'm going to spread some of that peanut butter on the bread, and I got some honey in here. I tried to find some little condiment packs of honey, but I couldn't find any, so I just poured some in this container, and I'll spread the peanut butter and honey on there. And then this is for 2 lunches. What this is this Tropical Paradise trail mix, and it has all kinds of stuff in there: banana chips, coconut, cashews, cranberries, papayas, mangoes, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to take half of this for one lunch with the peanut butter and honey, and half would be for another lunch. Another thing I have for lunch is these pulled pork packages, and I'll just put them on the bread, make a little burrito out of that. And for snacks, I got this big bag with all my snacks in it, but I'll break it down each day into this small bag, so I can have this readily accessible while I'm walking for something to snack on. Can't go anywhere without Pop-Tarts. They take up extra room and they're extra weight and everything, but strawberry Pop-Tarts make you bulletproof, so gotta have them. And for dinner, this is ramen noodles and everything, and I got the flavor packet in there, and I put some beef jerky in there too. I'll let that kind of rehydrate while it's cooking. Another dinner will be ramen, but I'm going to make chicken and dumplings. I'm going to put this chicken packet in there, and then I got I've made dumplings from scratch out in the woods and everything. I can't remember what it was mixed. It wasn't cornmeal and flour, but I can't remember what it was. And man, that tasted really, really good. But this time, I'm gonna make some biscuits. I'm gonna take a couple biscuits and I'm gonna break them up, put them in with the ramen and the chicken flavored package, and make dumplings, and then put the chicken packet in there too. So it's gonna be my chicken and dumplings. This being another dinner, just a chicken pack, just open it up and eat it. And I got some junk food, some pudding and some honey buns, just because a lot of times I get out like that and have a craving for that kind of stuff. If you watched any of my other camping videos, a lot of times I carry a big can of Rip It. I gotta have caffeine. I've had caffeine my whole adult life, and if I go without it, I'll have really bad migraines and stuff. But so I've been trying to get away from sugars. Not doing a really great job right now, but trying to get away from sugars, and especially the sodas and stuff, and energy drinks and everything. And I've never been able to acquire the taste for coffee. My entire life I've tried it all different kind of ways, but I got this Black Rifle coffee, these instant packs, and I like this. I don't put any sugar or cream or anything in it. I just drink it straight. And the nice thing about this is you could drink it cold. You can just put it in 8 ounces of water and just shake up the cup and or the water bottle and drink it. And I've been drinking this every day at work and stuff, and I really like these. And of course this takes a lot less room than a 16-ounce Rip It, and it's a lot lighter and everything too. And I got a couple flavored Kool-Aid packages too. I got my food bags. These 2 food bags are made by Parallel 43. Todd out there that owns Parallel 43. I got 2 food bags for that. This yellow bag is a roll top bag I got at Walmart. I use that for my trash, and keep my trash in this Ziploc bag and put it in there, and I hang it with my food. This is my rock bag I made. It's got 50 feet of Dynaglide in there, so I can throw that over the tree limbs and hang my food and my trash. And then, so another thing, like trash bag, if we're going to be going through some state parks and probably find a place to dump this. But if I don't dump it and reuse the bag, dump the trash out. But if I don't get a chance, and I'm not going to have this much trash, but just in case, all my maps, I got 5 of them in total for this trip. They're all in separate bags. If I need to, once I get on a 3rd map, I can take the 2nd map out of the Ziploc bag and put it in with the first one and use that as an extra trash bag. So that's an option. I got everything packed, and I also, for breakfast, I forgot to have out here, but I got oatmeal and stuff, and I'll put some peanut butter and honey in the oatmeal too. So I weighed all this stuff together, and including my trash bags and throw rope and all that kind of stuff. And it weighs 6 pounds, 9 ounces for all my food. Which is pretty decent, because on a lot of trips I have like 8 pounds, 9 pounds of food, and that's not counting the 4 big 16-ounce Rip Its that I take and everything, or 1 for each day. So having everything down to 6 pounds, 9 ounces, that's I've definitely saved some weight. what I'm planning on doing, of course this would be in with my food bag. I just took it out to show you. This little bag I'll have on me so I can snack on it throughout the day while I'm walking. And this bag, I'm going to keep my food bag with all my food inside my backpack. And I don't want to have to dig through my backpack to pull it out when I stop for lunch. I don't want to do that anyway, but especially because there's such a chance of rain on this trip, I don't want to have to expose all my clothes and everything to water just to get my food out. So what I normally do, and especially on this trip, is I'll keep my stuff for lunch during the day. I'll keep this in my top lid on my backpack. It's got a zippered pouch. So when I stop, all I gotta do is unzip it, pull out my lunch, and each day I'll restock this and everything. But I'm keeping all the bread in here because that way I got access to as much of it as I want during the day. And spoon, normally if I'm taking the mountain houses, I carry this big old spoon so you can reach down in there without getting your hands all grubby. But this time I'm taking this little spoon, and you can see that's a big difference in size and a little bit of weight too. So I'm saving that. So yeah, that's my plan. All my food is going to be, I'll eat breakfast before I pack up. So when I get my food bag down out of the tree in the morning, I got access to all my food. I can fix my breakfast and everything, and pack that away in my backpack during the day, and I'll have easy access to my lunch stuff and my snacks, and a few granola bars I got in there too. I'll throw them in there. During the day, when I get to camp at night, get everything set up, then I'll have access to my food bag for dinner, and then hang it up before I go to bed at night. So that's my plan with my food, and then I'll show you my plan for my water. So for my water, I would say that some of the places we're going to go, it's kind of stretches between water sources, and we could be camping in an area that's quite a walk from a water source. Now with all the rains in the forecast, it might not be an issue. But for my dirty water, especially if we have to, if it's a walk from the water source to where we're camping, I wanted to have plenty of dirty water. I got this 3-liter CNOC bag. I'll fill this with dirty water and then use this filter, screw it onto the cap, and filter my water. And then I got this extra, it's a 1-liter CNOC bottle that collapses, and you open up the cap and it spreads out to a liter bottle. So I got that just for some extra, normally 3 liters if I fill that up. And then I can also top off my bottles. I'm carrying 2 1-liter bottles, so that would give me a total of 5 liters. I mean, that's plenty to camp, get ready for the next day, and food, water for cooking and everything. That's plenty of water to carry. I have a smaller 16-ounce bottle. It's got a sports cap on it, and I'll use the sports cap if I need to back flush this instead of carrying the syringe that comes with it. And then also that 16-ounce bottle, I will be using that if I want to mix my coffee cold. I'll just dump a pack of coffee in 8 ounces of that bottle and mix that up if I don't want to cook it. So I'll be carrying during the day. I'll start out each morning with 2 1-liter bottles. One, I got a pouch on my chest and my backpack that'll hold one of these, and the other will be inside my pack. So I'll start out each day with 2 liters, and then refilter some more water to fill them back up throughout the day. But that's it. That's my food and water for this trip, and hopefully this gave some people some ideas on so they can get out there and do their own trips. Hanging the food, for the majority of my life I never hung the food, but you're always taking a chance of mice or a raccoon or any other random animal that smells your food and wants to get it. If it's inside your backpack or wherever, you can end up with a hole in your backpack, because it's trying to chew its way in to get to the food, and it could damage anything else that's in the way. So I started here a year or two ago hanging my food every time. I think it's a really good idea. You can get it away from camp and hang it up, and then all the varmints are not messing with you and your gear. So it's a good idea. We don't have bears in the area, but it's still, most people hang their food because of bears, but it's still a good idea anyway. Mice can do a lot of damage to your pack. And I also got this cup if I want to make my coffee hot or anything else, and it's got a measuring cup. It's marked on the inside, measurements and stuff, so if I want a certain amount of water for one of my meals or whatever, I can use that to measure it, and it's kind of insulated, so I can make a hot coffee if I want to, or hot chocolate or anything else. But anyway, that's my food and water for this 3-night, 4-day trip. And like I said, hopefully this gives somebody some ideas on food choices and stuff. And these are nice, but man, they really take up a lot of room in your pack. I got all my food in this bag when I went on that 4-day trip kayaking, when I had almost 9 pounds of food. I had a lot of these Mountain Houses meals, and I ended up having to carry 2 food bags this size to get it all in. Now I've got everything, and this stuff here will fit in there too. I've got everything in 1 food bag, so I've cut down my weight by a few pounds, and I've cut down the space of my backpack by not carrying all these Mountain Houses. One last tip, I almost forgot trash. Like I said, I'll be packing all my trash out, all the leave no trace stuff. I hate going out in the woods thinking I'm way out there where nobody's ever been before, and then you find empty beer cans and food wrappers and stuff. All my granola bars and stuff, I've taken 5 of them, and I took the wrappers off of them, and I put them all in a little Ziploc bag. So now that's 5 granola bar wrappers. I don't have to deal with the trash and stuff like that. And just less trash to carry, less trash to, the wind blow it away and it gets lost or whatever. So I try to do that with all my food. Even like this bread, it's got a Ziploc bag on top of it, but you got to peel off the little piece there across the top of the bag. You gotta, it's got like a Ziploc bag, but it had a piece you had to tear off of this bread package. So I went ahead and tore that off and threw it away. Any trash I can get rid of is less weight, less trash I'll have to pack out, and also less of a chance of me forgetting a piece of trash or something and leaving it out in the woods.